What's up, sports bettors? Alex here, and we are going through the best bets for Sunday Night Baseball. So we have Dodgers, Braves, and you can see FanDuel also has a promo for tonight. You place a 3-leg same-game parlay, and they're going to give you a $10 bonus in free bets regardless of if your same-game parlay wins or loses. So this is an easy money promo, and again, you can use the OddsJam free bet converter tool to convert your $10 free bet into risk-free profits, right? So you can see right here, $10, you can typically get a conversion rate, which you can see, under this conversion column of like 76, 80%. It depends how often you're checking, but that essentially means this $10 free bet is worth, going to be worth roughly $7.50 to $8 in risk-free profits. So again, taking advantage of these promos on FanDuel is really a great way to build your bankroll as a new sports bettor. But regardless, what I'm going to be going through is the best player props for this game. So one that I locked in, and again, if you're looking for, a great same-game parlay, just head over to the positive EV tool, which will show you line discrepancies. Just Control F the Braves game, and you can see there's a few picks, right? We have, on FanDuel, Matt Olson over 1.5 bases, Azuna over 1.5 bases, another line discrepancy, top row, scroll over. There's another great pick to include in your FanDuel same-game parlay. And then finally, here's another prop bet, right? Spencer Strider, under 6.5 strikeouts, minus 108, Pinnacle Sportsbook, the sharpest bookmaker. They're pricing it all the way down at minus 132. So if you're taking advantage of the promo, pretty easy, right? You just same-game parlay those 3 picks together. But anyways, what I took in this game as a straight bet is Matt Olson over 1.5 bases. So if we just take a quick peek at the odds, you can see FanDuel's giving us pretty ridiculous value on Olson over 1.5 bases, right? That's exactly what we want as a sports bettor. As a data-driven sports bettor, all of the sharp, profitable sports bettors, what do? They look for value, right? You have to be getting value. And here we can see a true pricing discrepancy where FanDuel, for Matt Olson player bases, they're giving us plus 140 on over 1.5 bases. And just taking a quick peek at the odds on other sports books, right? No other bookmaker is giving us better than plus 115. So this is an incredible, MLB prop bet for Sunday Night Baseball, Braves-Dodgers. Pinnacle, the sharpest, most efficient bookmaker, they're pricing this all the way down at plus 109, right? Bet Online, another very sharp sports book, all the way down at plus 115. So this is a great bet for tonight. You can see it's the top row. So you can sort the positive EV page by percent, date. You can sort by really anything. And you can filter out books and stuff like that in your settings right here. But, I'm going to go ahead and take this bet. I took it for $100, as you can see on the screen. The profit margin is 7.29%. So we just take this, profit margin right here. We're staking $100. So our bet has $7.29 in total profit margin, right? Which is essentially what you're looking for as a sports bettor. You want to be placing as many positive EV bets as you can on a daily basis, really just trying to rack up the edge. You're forming your own hedge fund, essentially, of profitable sports bets. Going down, looking for true pricing discrepancies, and hitting bets, right? So Matt Olson over 1.5 bases plus 140. So we've explained this before, but you can use OddsJam for free, even just if you know the bet you want to place. If you know you want to bet, for example, on Michael Harris, or let's go to a better example. If you know you want to bet on Travis d'Arnaud over 1.5 bases, you should still be checking OddsJam. It's completely free just to see where you can get the best line, right? That will be highlighted in green for you. You're not going to make money sports betting if you're placing bets at plus 117 when a bunch of other sports books in your state are giving you better odds, right? It's very important to line shop, and we've went through this example a few times, but if you went 50 and 50 betting at plus 105 odds with a $250 unit size, you would be up $625 in profit. If you went 50 and 50 betting at minus 105 odds, you would be down $600 in profit. So even just a swing of 10 cents will massively change, your profits in the long run, which is why it's so important to line shop if you're trying to get serious about your sports betting, right? Because you're never going to be profitable if you're placing bets at terrible prices, at terrible odds. It's kind of like if, you wanted to be a great, stock picker and you had to buy every stock for $20 more than it's trading in the market. It's going to be really hard to be profitable because you're getting such bad prices. So, but anyways, bet we locked in for today. we can run through this profit margin is 7.29%. So what you essentially do to get the profit margin of your bet is you just go to the no vig fair odds calculator. So this is probably the calculator I use the most on OddsJam, no vig fair odds calculator. What this calculator will do is essentially take a sportsbook's market, right? So here we can see Pinnacle, the sharpest bookmaker. They're only giving us plus 109 on Olson over 1.5 bases. So they're giving us plus 109 on the over, minus 145 on the under, right? The way that sportsbooks make money is they don't charge you a fee for placing a bet, right? They bake the vig, they bake the juice into their market. That's how sportsbooks make money, right? So what you want to do is remove the vig, remove the juice, and this calculator will tell you, hey, Pinnacle's giving you plus 109 on the over, they're giving you minus 145 on the under, so their model, or the price they believe is the true line or the true odds before any vig is added, is plus 123.69. And we're getting plus 140 on FanDuel, which is why this is a great bet, right? We're beating the no vig odds, which is essentially just the true odds or the true line, the fair line. There's a bunch of different terms for it. But you can see we're getting 31 cents of improvement from the sharpest bookmaker, which is exactly what we want, right? This is a great value bet, and you should always be looking, for value as a sports bettor. So we removed the juice from Pinnacle's market, and we see that our bet should be hitting at a clip of 44.7% of the time. So given that we're winning this bet 44.7% of the time, we're getting plus 140 odds, and we're staking $100, you can, kind of back out your profit margin, right? Which is just what the OddsJam positive EV page does for you. 7.29%. Slight differences here due to rounding, where it tells you for an $100 bet, you have 728 in EV, which is, just going to be 7.29, 7.28% profit margin on your bet. So this calculator will just essentially, an EV calculator, another important calculator in sports betting, will just say, given, you think this bet is winning 44.7% of the time, and you're getting plus 140, here's what the profit margin of your bet is, right? So that's a profitable bet. This is a positive number. 44.7% of the time, we're winning $140 in profit, right? $100 staked at plus 140 odds. The other 55.3% of the time, we're losing our stake of $100. So you can kind of, this will just spit out then the EV of your bet. Now, on the other hand, if we were only getting plus 110, then our bet would be negative EV, right? Which is not what you want, right? You always want to be looking for positive EV bets, bets with value, positive, right? Positive profit margin bets as a data-driven sports bettor, as a sharp sports bettor. So that's the bet I have on for tonight. Matt Olson over 1.5 player bases. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you're tailing, finding value in the odds, trying to place as many positive EV bets as possible in my own little, hedge fund of mathematically profitable sports bets. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much.